Have you ever dreamed of owning a true Italian classic? The Alfa Romeo 105 Series Coupe, produced between 1963 and 1977, is one of the most iconic sports cars of its era. But here's the catch: buying the wrong one could turn your dream into a nightmare. So, how do you ensure you're making a smart investment? In this video, we'll break down the top tips for buying a used Alfa Romeo 105 Series Coupe, from understanding market trends to spotting potential red flags. Stay with us till the end because we'll also reveal a bonus tip that could save you from a costly mistake. If you're a fan of classic Alfa Romeos, hit that like button and subscribe for more expert car buying guides. Now let's dive in. Historical background and legacy. The Alfa Romeo 105 Series Coupe, first introduced in 1963, is one of the most iconic classic cars ever built. Designed by the legendary Giorgetto Giugiaro while working at Bertone, this car became an instant hit thanks to its stunning looks, advanced engineering, and thrilling driving dynamics. Throughout its production run from 1963 to 1977, the Alfa Romeo 105 Series Coupe was available in several different models, including the GT1300 Junior, GT1600 Junior, GTV 1750, and GTV 2000. Each version refined the design and performance, making the car better with each iteration. But what really set the 105 series apart? Unlike many classic cars of its time, the Alfa 105 Series Coupe wasn't just about looks, it had genuine performance to match. It featured a lightweight body, a rev-happy twin-cam engine, and precise handling, making it a favorite among enthusiasts and racers alike. Alfa Romeo has always had a deep connection with motorsports, and the 105 Series Coupe was no exception. The car competed in touring car championships and endurance races, proving itself as a serious contender on the track. The GTA version was a lightweight, high-performance model that dominated racing circuits across Europe. Over the years, the Alfa Romeo 105 Series Coupe has only grown in popularity. Today, it's considered one of the most desirable classic cars thanks to its elegant design, mechanical simplicity, and rewarding driving experience. Classic car collectors and Alfa enthusiasts worldwide continue to seek out well-maintained examples, making it a solid investment. Understanding the used car market. If you're considering buying a used Alfa Romeo 105 Series Coupe, understanding the market is crucial. Prices for these classic cars vary significantly based on factors like condition, originality, and demand. The classic car market has seen major shifts over the years, and knowing what to expect can help you make an informed decision while avoiding overpaying for a subpar vehicle. Over the past decade, the demand for classic Alfa Romeos has surged. Enthusiasts and collectors now see the 105 Series Coupe as a valuable piece of automotive history. This rising demand has directly impacted prices, making well-preserved examples more expensive. Another reason for this increase is the limited supply. As time passes, fewer well-maintained units are available, pushing prices even higher. Additionally, many buyers are specifically looking for restoration projects, which has increased demand even for cars in poor condition. When it comes to pricing, the cost of a used Alfa Romeo 105 Series Coupe can vary widely. Project cars that need a complete restoration can be found in the range of $10,000 to $20,000, but they often require significant investment in repairs. Driver quality models, which are roadworthy but may have minor flaws, generally sell for $25,000 to $40,000. If you're looking for a well-maintained, mostly original car, expect to pay anywhere between $45,000 and $70,000. On the higher end of the spectrum, fully restored, showroom quality examples can easily exceed $80,000. To get the best deal, knowing where to search is just as important as understanding pricing. Online classic car marketplaces such as Bring a Trailer, ClassicCars.com, and Hemmings are excellent places to start. These platforms often provide detailed descriptions, photos, and even expert opinions on listed vehicles. Private sellers and enthusiast forums can also be great sources, as many Alfa Romeo owners prefer selling within the community rather than through dealerships. Classic car auctions such as RM Sotheby's, Bonhams and Mecum frequently feature rare and well-documented examples, though prices at auctions can sometimes be unpredictable. If you prefer a hands-on approach, visiting specialty dealerships and classic car shows gives you the chance to inspect vehicles in person before making a decision. While finding the right car at a fair price is essential, it's equally important to be aware of potential risks and common issues associated with these classic Alfa Romeos. Before committing to a purchase, a thorough inspection is necessary to avoid costly surprises down the line. Common issues and red flags to watch out for. Buying a classic Alfa Romeo 105 Series Coupe can be an exciting experience, but it's essential to be aware of the potential pitfalls that come with owning a vintage car. These vehicles have their fair share of weaknesses, and failing to spot them early can lead to expensive repairs. Let's go over the most common issues and red flags you should watch for when inspecting a used 105 Series Coupe. One of the biggest concerns with classic Alfa Romeos is rust. These cars were not designed with modern anti-corrosion protection, making them particularly susceptible to rust in key areas. Check the floor pans, sills, wheel arches, door bottoms, and the rear subframe mounting points for signs of corrosion. Use a flashlight and, if possible, a magnet to detect areas that might have been repaired with body filler. Surface rust is common, but extensive corrosion, especially in structural areas, can be a deal breaker. Inspect the trunk floor and spare wheel well, as water accumulation in these areas often leads to hidden rust. If the car has undergone a previous restoration, look for poorly executed bodywork, misaligned panels, or uneven paint thickness, which may indicate previous accident damage or improper rust repairs. The twin-cam engine in the Alfa Romeo 105 series is a beautifully engineered power plant, but it requires proper maintenance to remain reliable. Look for oil leaks around the valve cover gasket, timing cover, and rear main seal. These are common problem areas. Blue smoke from the exhaust during acceleration or deceleration can indicate worn piston rings or valve seals, which means the engine may need a costly rebuild. Another critical area to inspect is the cooling system. Overheating can be a major issue, especially if the car has been sitting for long periods without proper maintenance. Check the radiator, water pump, and hoses for leaks or signs of aging. A clogged radiator or weak water pump can quickly lead to engine damage. Listen carefully to the timing chain. A rattling noise at idle or under acceleration may indicate a stretched chain or worn tensioner, which should be addressed immediately. Replacing a worn timing chain is not an easy job and can be expensive if done by a professional. The 5-speed manual gearbox in the 105 Series Coupe is generally robust, but it does have its quirks. Shifting should feel precise and smooth, with no grinding or difficulty engaging gears. A weak second gear synchro is a common issue, particularly when the gearbox is cold. Check for leaks around the transmission case and drive shaft seal, as worn seals can cause fluid loss over time. Also, ensure the clutch feels firm and engages smoothly. A slipping or heavy clutch may indicate the need for a replacement. The suspension setup in these cars is designed for spirited driving, but worn components can lead to poor handling. Listen for clunking noises when driving over bumps, which can indicate worn bushings, ball joints, or shock absorbers. Pay close attention to the steering system. The Alfa Romeo 105 series uses a recirculating ball steering box, which should feel direct and responsive. If there is excessive play or looseness in the steering wheel, it may need adjustment or repair. While the interior condition may not affect drivability, It can impact resale value and overall ownership enjoyment. Check the seats, dashboard, and door panels for cracks, wear, or sun damage. Original gauges and switches should be functional. Electrical issues are common in classic Alfa Romeos, so test lights, wipers, turn signals, and the heater fan to ensure everything works properly. Pay special attention to the wiring harness. Over time, wires can become brittle, and poor quality repairs from previous owners can lead to electrical gremlins. Look for exposed or frayed wires, as they could cause short circuits or fire hazards. Test driving and inspection. Checklist: when buying a used Alfa Romeo 105 Series Coupe, the test drive and inspection are crucial steps to ensure you're getting a well-maintained classic rather than a money pit. A visual inspection and test drive will help uncover hidden mechanical or structural issues that could lead to costly repairs. Here's what you should check before making a purchase. Before starting the engine, take a few minutes to inspect the car's exterior. Look for any signs of rust, dents, or mismatched paint, which could indicate previous accidents or poor restoration work. Pay special attention to areas like the wheel arches, floor pans, and door sills, as these are prone to rust on older Alfa Romeos. Additionally, check the tires for uneven wear, as this could suggest suspension or alignment issues. Under the hood, examine the engine bay for leaks, worn-out belts, and cracked hoses. The coolant should be clean and free of oil contamination, as milky coolant could indicate a head gasket problem. Look for loose or corroded wiring, as electrical issues are common in classic cars. Once you turn the key, observe how the engine starts and idles. A well-maintained Alfa should fire up smoothly without excessive cranking. Listen carefully for any knocking, rattling, or ticking noises which could signal worn-out components like bearings or the timing chain. Watch for excessive smoke from the exhaust. Blue smoke indicates oil burning, black smoke suggests a rich fuel mixture, and white smoke could mean coolant is leaking into the engine. Let the engine idle for a few minutes and monitor the temperature gauge. Overheating is a common issue in older Alfa Romeos, so ensure the cooling system is functioning properly. Once on the road, assess the engine's power delivery. The car should accelerate smoothly without hesitation or misfiring. The gearbox should shift effortlessly with no grinding or difficulty, especially when engaging second gear. If the clutch feels too stiff or slips under acceleration, it might need replacement. While driving, test the steering and suspension. The car should handle predictably without excessive play in the steering wheel. If it pulls to one side, there could be an alignment or braking issue. Listen for any clunks or rattles from the suspension, which might indicate worn bushings or shocks. Braking performance is another key factor. The brake pedal should feel firm and responsive with no excessive vibration or pulling to one side. If the brakes feel spongy or unresponsive, there could be issues with the master cylinder or brake lines. After the test drive, inspect the car once again for fluid leaks under the engine and transmission. Double-check the VIN numbers on the chassis and paperwork to ensure they match, preventing potential legal or registration issues. Review the maintenance history to confirm regular servicing and repairs. A thorough test drive and inspection can help you avoid costly surprises. If the car meets all expectations and feels solid on the road, it may be a worthy addition to your collection. Paperwork and ownership costs. Owning a classic Alfa Romeo 105 Series Coupe is a rewarding experience, but before sealing the deal, you must carefully review the paperwork and understand the long-term ownership costs. Ensuring that all documents are in order will help you avoid legal issues, and having a clear idea of maintenance expenses will prevent unexpected financial strain. Start by verifying the vehicle identification number, VIN, on the chassis, engine, and paperwork. The numbers should match exactly. Any discrepancies could indicate a stolen or tampered vehicle. Next, request the registration documents and title, logbook, to confirm legal ownership and ensure there are no outstanding loans or liens on the car. A detailed service history is another crucial document. A well-maintained Alfa Romeo should have a record of past repairs, oil changes, and part replacements. If the car has undergone a restoration, check whether it was done professionally or if there are receipts for the work. Additionally, ensure the seller provides a bill of sale, clearly stating the agreed price and both parties' details. Classic cars require regular maintenance to keep them running smoothly. Expect to pay for periodic servicing, oil changes, brake checks, and suspension work. Parts availability for the Alfa 105. Series Coupe is decent, but some original components can be expensive. Insurance costs will depend on factors such as car condition, mileage, and usage. Many owners opt for classic car insurance, which is often cheaper than standard policies, but may come with driving restrictions. Lastly, consider potential storage costs if you don't have a garage, as classic cars should be kept in a dry, covered space to prevent rust and deterioration. Factoring in these costs will help you determine if the Alfa Romeo 105 Series Coupe fits within your budget for long-term enjoyment. Negotiation and buying strategies. Buying a classic Alfa Romeo 105 Series Coupe requires more than just enthusiasm. It takes smart negotiation and a keen eye for value. Sellers, especially collectors and dealers, often price these cars based on rarity and sentimental worth. To ensure you get a fair deal, follow these key strategies. Before negotiating, gather information on market prices, recent auction results, and condition-based pricing. Websites like ClassicCars.com bring a trailer, and Hagerty can help you understand current trends. Knowing the average value of the car in different conditions will give you an upper hand in negotiations. Use any flaws or pending repairs as leverage when negotiating. If the car has rust spots, interior wear, electrical faults, or mechanical issues, mention the cost of fixing them and request a price reduction. A professional pre-purchase inspection, PPI, can uncover hidden problems and provide bargaining power. Sellers often price their vehicles higher, expecting negotiation. Make a reasonable offer below the asking price, but stay firm on your budget. If the seller refuses to budge, be prepared to walk away. Many times they will reconsider once they see you're serious. Having cash in hand can sometimes convince a seller to offer a discount. Additionally, buying during the off-season, winter months, when demand is lower, may help you secure a better deal. By staying patient and informed, you can negotiate a price that matches the true value of the car while avoiding overpaying. Final buying decision. Is it worth it? So after considering all the details, market trends, condition, costs, and potential issues, is buying a used Alfa Romeo 105 Series Coupe the right choice for you? If you're a classic car enthusiast who appreciates Italian styling, rich motorsport heritage, and engaging driving dynamics, the Alfa 105 Series Coupe is an excellent investment. Its beautiful design, lightweight chassis, and responsive handling make it one of the most rewarding classic cars to own. However, it's not without challenges. Rust issues, mechanical maintenance, and parts availability can be concerns, especially if you're not prepared for ongoing upkeep. For collectors, this car holds strong long-term value, and well-maintained examples continue to appreciate. However, if you're looking for a hassle-free classic, this may not be the best choice. Regular maintenance, expert care, and a passion for vintage cars are essential for ownership satisfaction. Ultimately, if you find a well-preserved, mechanically sound example at the right price, it's absolutely worth buying. Just be sure to do your homework, inspect carefully, and negotiate wisely before making the final decision. If you've made it this far, you're clearly passionate about classic cars, just like us. If you found this guide helpful, hit that like button to support the channel. It really helps us create more content for fellow car enthusiasts. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our latest videos on classic car buying tips, restorations, and expert insights. We'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell us, do you own an Alfa Romeo 105 Series Coupe? Or is there another classic car you've been eyeing? Share your thoughts, experiences and questions, and let's keep the discussion going in the comments section. Stay tuned for more exciting content, and we'll see you in the next video.